Another busy day had come and gone on the Farquhar branch, and all the carriages had been put in the sheds to rest until it was time to go out again the next day. Annie, Clarabel, and Henrietta rested comfortably in their shed. "So, how was your day?" asked Henrietta. "The same as always," said Annie. "Another day of being pulled along by Thomas all the way to Tidmouth and back again. Though it was another day of holding him back every time he had the urge to race Bertie," added Clarabel. "I swear, the last thing we need is the passengers bouncing around like peas in a frying pan," finished Henrietta, stifling a smirk. "Exactly," said Annie. "Don't get us wrong, we both love Thomas, but sometimes he's too cheeky for his own good," put in Clarabel. "Whether it be racing Bertie, leaving his guard behind, going fishing, leaving his snowplow behind, you name it. And not to mention how he sometimes tries to pick a fight with the bigger engines, especially Gordon. While we don't condone how he handled Thomas waking him up from his sleep, you would think he would be more wary to try any tricks on him. Granted, they aren't any better, but all the same. And who could forget the time he went off without his crew, falling down a mine, crashing through walls, holding a grudge against anyone who pulls us, or just not listening to anyone who tries to bring him back down to earth?" Annie and Clarabel exclaimed. Henrietta raised an eyebrow in sheer amusement. "Oh, but I thought all those happened many years ago when he first got this branch line." "So, if you're going to bring up something cheeky or out of line, how about something more recent?" Annie and Clarabel looked at each other. For many years they have known Thomas to be cheeky, daring, impulsive, and overly rambunctious. Of course they still adored him, as he was one of the many engines who treated them with care and respect, and other than some of the things he pulled in the past, nothing came to mind in the present. "Touché," replied Clarabel. "Thomas has really been nothing more than a saint these past couple of years," added Annie. "And all those experiences we mentioned of him have most definitely made him a better engine. And he's more mature now." "If this is any consolation, Toby wasn't always as sharp as a tack," Henrietta said after a brief awkward silence. Annie and Clarabel perked up at once. "Oh? Do tell!" "Before we were assigned to East Anglia, we worked over at a harbor near there with his brothers, and boys being boys, they would bicker quite too often, though Roger was the more level-headed of the bunch." Annie and Clarabel listened with interest. "And so, after he finally managed to stop, that's when he decided to listen to me," finished Henrietta 10 minutes later. The two branch line coaches giggled with amusement. My! So it seems like our Thomas isn't the only cheeky daredevil we know. And that wise old Toby had a cheeky side to him. "Oh, he still does from time to time," said Henrietta. "Like, have you seen how he deals with Thomas and Percy whenever they, argue?" "Granted, he is tactful," said Annie, "but I know what you mean. Sometimes we need a bit of cheekiness in our lives to make things interesting," added Clarabel. Over in the main sheds, Thomas and Toby couldn't help but listen in. "So, you never were as experienced as you told us, huh?" Thomas asked cheekily. "I may not have been as smart as I am now," replied Toby, "but do we need to talk about how much inexperience you experienced? Or should I ask them to repeat themselves?" Thomas said no more, while Percy giggled to himself in amusement.